Hi, I'm Chris from the Heat and Air Guy, and today we're going to talk a little bit about thermostats and about replacing your thermostat. And I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on things you should know before you get started. So we're going to use our thermostat here in the office as an example. On any thermostat, you should be able to pull the thermostat off, and you'll have a sub base. And on that sub base, you're going to have many different color wires, depending on your system on how many. Now, the two most important wires that I really want to make note is the red, and in this case, the red and blue. The one's going to be in R and the one's going to be in C. If those two wires touch, you're going to cause damage to the system, your indoor system. And here in a minute, we're going to walk up to mine. I want to kind of show you a little bit what that looks like. But while we're here, the most important part about changing your thermostat is going to be either take a picture of where these wires land on your old thermostat, or write it down or take a note somehow. That same color needs to go to the same letter inside your new thermostat. So for example, we've got green to G, white to W, yellow to Y, blue to C, and red to R. Now, these are field installed wires, so please do not take my thermostat as the go-to color schematic for all thermostats. Since they are field installed, every technician does them just a little bit different. But as long as the same color lands on the same letter, you're good. So let's head upstairs and let's look at that. All right, so up here at the indoor unit, well, first, before we dive too much into it, I want to tell you, if you unplug that furnace, which in this case is gonna be in the back, just like a lamp, just a little plug in, unplug it, and that's going to kill power to your thermostat. So if you don't feel comfortable having 24 volts down there while you're working on it, go ahead and unplug it, and that will kill the power down there. Let's say you didn't do that. Those two wires I told you not to touch, touched, saw a little bit of spark. Now your system's not coming on. What do you do? Well, one thing that you can check yourself is going to be for the 24 volt fuse on the control board. And I'm going to show you where to find it on our system here. So behind the main door, you're going to see the heating section, and the opposite side is going to be the blower section. So behind this door is going to be our control board and our blower motor. Yours may or may not have this door. Each manufacturer does it a little bit different. So behind this door, as you can see, there's going to be a control board next to your blower motor. And it's going to be kind of hard to see, but if you zoom in right here on this board, you're going to see that 3 amp fuse. Some of them may be 5 amp. To replace it, you just pull it out, and there's the fuse. And you can get a new one down at O'Reilly's, Walmart, or any hardware store. Do not go over 5 amps. This is very important. Stick that 5 or 3. And to put it back in, just the reverse process. Slide it right in. And there you have it. That's changing out the 24 volt fuse. Now, I know you probably noticed I did not pull my plug before I started. There's this switch right here. When it opens like it shows right now, it kills all power to that control board. But if you don't feel comfortable with that, you can always unplug it before you start. There's nothing wrong with that.